over 2024, there have been a lot of UFO and alien sightings, spanning all the way back to January, with the Miami Mall, Brazil aliens, the jellyfish UFO, we had UFOs over North Carolina, we've had UFOs all over the place. And every time I upload a video relating to a topic like that, people are always telling me that it's something called Project Blue Beam. Before expanding my knowledge into the UFO sphere, I had no idea what Project Blue Beam was, what it entitled, what it entailed, and what the entire idea or premise of Project Blue Beam was. That was until I did a little bit of research into it and found some striking similarities with the things that have been going on over 2024 and what Project Blue Beam is supposed to be. So we're going to be diving into Project Blue Beam today. First of all, uncovering what Project Blue Beam truly is, and then seeing how it relates to a lot of the things and phenomena that have been going on over the past couple of months. So strap yourselves in, get those tinfoil hats on, because we're going on a ride. So the first thing that we're going to be taking a look at is a YouTube video from the YouTube channel called Internet Comment Etiquette with Eric. And he basically put up a video stating that Project Blue Beam explained. And he basically gives us the ins and outs of the entirety of Project Blue Beam. So the first part is all about destroying religion. Now, I don't want to get into that because I feel like that's the first initial apparent step of Project Blue Beam. But the idea is to basically remove religion from people's mindsets and replace it with something else. But I'm going to jump to the second supposed phase of Project Blue Beam, because I think that's where the nitty gritty of Project Blue Beam kicks in and what people believe it to be. So we're going to look at the next part, which entails holograms. And you're going to see why that is very interesting as we get through this video. So let's get into it.
Fake UFOs and demonic possession. That's right, step two's a doozy, folks. It's a big one. Now, Serge Monass was a smart man. He's much smarter than myself. Maybe that's why I'm having such a hard time understanding what he meant when he wrote this. There are two different aspects of step two. The first is the space show. Where does the space show come from? The space show, the holographic images, will be used in a simulation of the ending during which all nations will be shown scenes that will be the fulfillment of that which they desire to verify the prophecies of adversary events. These will be projected from satellites onto the sodium layer about 60 miles above the Earth. We see tests every once in a while, but they are called UFOs and flying saucers sightings. Any of that sound familiar?
This morning, questions after more unidentified objects are discovered over U.S. and Canadian airspace. According to a senior administration official, this latest object was in the shape of an octagon, unmanned, and traveling near sensitive sites at an altitude of 20,000 feet.
They know that these so-called balloon UFOs are just part of the programming. Mainstream media has always been part of the plan.
So, kind of bringing it back to more recent events, we can kind of look at the Miami Mall incident, with a lot of people stating that it's very holographic, the way that it's been explained by witnesses, but we will get onto that in a moment.
I got the documents to prove it. And by documents, I of course mean a bunch of Yahoo News articles that had my assistant print out. The UFO shoot-downs show the hardest part of discovering alien life may be announcing it. Here's how NASA might break the news. Do you not see, people? This is all conditioning. It's programming. They're getting you ready for something. What is it? Ask yourself. Ask questions. What's this next article? This next article is called What's Up with the UFOs? Where's the rest of it? Wait, hang on a second. Is this just a video? Frank, did you print out a video? I can't play that. All right, fuck it. I'll do it on the laptop. Wasting my paper.
There's going to be some information I think we're going to get in the next couple of years. If you listen to talk radio, especially to Coast AM, they're all talking about the fact that, you know, we're going to get this information, declassify the information.
See, folks, there it is. You'd have to be crazy not to believe in UFOs, right?
But we're going to learn a lot more.
But do you think the American public or the world public is ready for something like that? Because it challenges everything they know. If there is life out of there, we're supposed to be the only intelligent life because God created us. Then it brings into question God.
Senator, I was just saying it out loud.
I really think the public will accept this. There's going to be a lot of far religious groups that are going to have problems with this.
Oh, don't.
So obviously that's where things start to get a bit political. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't like mixing politics and religion within my videos because, you know, I don't want to upset anybody. But I think, you know, if there was to be aliens that were come down to Earth and it was down to the media to, you know, break that news, I think that would probably be the toughest part, is to try and, first of all, convince everybody that this is legit, and also try and get people's heads around it, because it's such an unfathomable concept. Even though most people are on the side of we can't be the only intelligent life forms in the universe, it would still be mind-bending to have alien beings literally rock up.
Don't worry, they're building camps for those people.
They're destigmatizing this, is what they're doing. And I found that interesting in that report that was just re-released last month.
Ugh, I feel like I got goblin slime all over me from watching that. Blech! Be gone, demons. Maybe closer to answering that question. Ah, look at this sheep. I better reply to him. And commenting on this article has ended. Well, that's 2 in a row. They must be afraid of the truth. Well, it's a good thing this same exact video also exists on YouTube.
Then it brings into question God.
We got any more brainwashed idiots in here? What's this say? Nitric acid should be kept at home and turned off. Air conditioners and heating systems. The following schools and all classes and activities are canceled for tomorrow, 2/21/23. Well, that's an MK Ultra activation code if I've ever seen one. I better reply. Shut the fuck up, you NASA Fed. I know you want to crawl up my butt and lay your satanic eggs, but tough.
Right, I'm going to skip forward over this part, but yeah, the idea is that holograms are supposed to be beamed down from satellites placed there by world governments. I mean, this is all getting so conspiracy. I can feel it brewing, but you know, it's what people have been talking about, and it's flooded my comments section. So I felt like I wanted to make a video to kind of cover it, because I didn't know what Project Bluebeam was, and I feel like it's a good talking point. But yeah. Looking kind of forwards though into the next part, it's supposedly all about mind control. So you're probably wondering, what the hell does that even mean? Well, I don't know. If I'm perfectly honest, I don't know. The only part of Project Bluebeam that I can see that would be logical and rational is the holograms part, okay? I don't want to delve into the religious side of it. I don't want to delve into the mind control side of it. If you want to check that out for yourself, you know, feel free to go and do your own research. Personally, I just don't feel like it really kind of fits with the brief, I suppose. You know, we can even see down in the context of this video, it's talking about New World Orders. You can kind of see where the conspiracy starts to run wild with itself. But moving forward into present times, obviously we've had the Miami Mall incident, and that was one of the biggest alien things to happen ever since probably the New Mexico what turned out to be paper mache alien bodies presented to Congress, right? So it was huge. The whole world was talking about it. It took news outlets by storm. It took the internet by storm. It took everyone by storm. And everybody was saying, yeah, it could be aliens, or it could be the government testing out Project Bluebeam. And the idea of it is to take a populated location. This is the nutshell of Project Bluebeam. You take a populated location, a mall, on a popular day, New Year's Eve, for example, and you project holographic images, 3D holographic images of supposed beings that are not human into that populated area, and you just sit back and you watch how things unfold. For example, you take Miami Mall on a busy day, New Year's Eve. You project these beings into the mall, and you watch on the footage as you just watch the aftermath. How do people react? How does the news outlets react? How do people online react? How does anybody react? How do the people that are there react? How do the staff react? How do the security react? How do the police react? How does it unfold? Should there be, you know, this event happen? How does it unfold as it happens? And that's kind of the idea of Project Bluebeam. Now, there's a lot of different ways that people perceive Project Bluebeam. You know, we've seen the religious side of it, we've seen the mind control side of it. I think this is the most logical, this is the most, not logical, but this is the way that a lot of people have presented it when I've done my research. So, you know, and it also plays into it, as we've recently found out that Miami Mall, or the Bayside Mall, is an open air mall. There's no ceilings, so it would be easier to project these beings into the center because there's no roof covering it over to stop the holograms from getting onto the surface, okay? Bear with me here because I have got a point to this video, I promise. Now, doing a little bit of research, there was a video that I found on TikTok from a guy called Fittest Flat Earther, okay? Well, you know, take from that what you will. He's a self-proclaimed flat earther, but not that there's a problem with flat earthers before the comments get mad with him, but this is what he had to say regarding the Miami Mall Bayside incident.
This was planned. This stuff in Miami was planned. You don't get this big of a police presence just from kids fighting with sticks. This is a distraction, or this is Project Bluebeam. What it's not is aliens. It's not aliens. Could be demons, but it's probably holograms, and they're going to probably say it was aliens, but it's not.
Okay, so there you go. There's the concept and the idea. Now, looking back into the old, I say old, they're only about a month old, but you know, looking back at the original witness testimonies from people who kind of posted videos about when they were there, when you listen back to it with the information that we've got now about this whole Project Bluebeam, it kind of sheds a little bit of a different light onto it. So first one is this guy Notic, who actually later on then came out to do this very emotional interview saying that he had footage and he was scared for his life, he was scared for his family's lives, you know, people were threatening him and all that lot, but this was his original video.
My name is Nadik, and I was also at the mall when I saw the 10 feet alien. I'm gonna give you my testimony right now. So what I saw, I was just standing in the side of the mall, and then I saw everybody running towards the center of the mall. As everybody's running towards the center of the mall, I went to try to take out my phone. But as soon as I got to my phone, I looked up and I see this 10 feet creature just like moving side to side. The images was like cutting in and out.
Now listen to the wording that he's used just there. The images was like cutting in and out. Almost as if it would have been a potential hologram beaming in and out. You know, I might be reaching here, but what do you make of it? Anyway, we'll listen on.
It wasn't clear. He was fading in and out of like reality, I guess.
Fading in and out of reality, almost as if it could have potentially been a hologram, maybe.
And then 3 other ones appeared, and they was fading in and out of reality too. It's like they wanted to be here, but it's like we had the power to see them, but we couldn't see them.
Okay, so then there's a further 2 join them, which makes it 3, and then we've got them fading in and out, almost as if they were being projected from a potential hologram, supposedly, potentially. I don't know. Like, I know I'm like saying this, but it's you know, I'm not actually saying that it is Project Bluebeam. I like lean towards the alien theory personally, but it's an interesting talking point, and it's interesting that when you listen back to the wording with what we know of Project Bluebeam, it just almost makes it a little bit more like, wow, there could be something to this.
All the way, like we needed to have, I don't know, or they needed to come all the way out. I don't know. But it was a little shaky. The cops came. It was like 1 million cops out there. It was nasty. And then they asked everybody for their phones right before we departed. So they made a perimeter around these aliens, and they was checking everybody's phones. But I got somebody with a picture and a video, and he's from Miami. He's a resident of Miami, and from Orlando. He was at the mall too, so me and him became cool. When he was running away, I was like, yo, you got that? He was like, yeah, I got that. So me and him are in contact, and he's just scared to release the video, I guess, but I'm gonna have the video because we cool.
Now, interesting there that he doesn't actually mention his huge VHS camcorder that he supposedly recorded on, but that's not the point of this video. Now, the next one's obviously from the guy who literally, like, he came out about it, he made his testimony, and then he completely backtracked and was like, yo, I'm just trolling. So, we'll take his one with a pinch of salt, but still, the words used within it are very telling.
I'm in my basement and filmed this. This shit is so crazy. I'm posting this, and I want y'all to repost, save this video, post it on other platforms before it gets taken down, because I want to clear up some of this misinformation about the Bayside Mall incident that happened. So me and my girl was in town, and we were shopping at the mall, and we noticed a lot of kids there. It wasn't a real big deal at first until they got to arguing and shoving, and then like weapons got brought in, and they started fighting, running all over the mall, chaos just all over the place. So we thought we heard gunshots, but it turns out that that was actually fireworks. But either way, that caused everybody to start rushing for the doors. People was leaving stuff behind. I mean, just dragging their kids. It was just complete fucking chaos, man. Anyway, so as we running, we look back and we noticed some weird shapes taller than me. I'm 6'2", shadowy, dark, solid shapes, not human. I promise you, these is not human. I mean, it made the hair stand up on my skin. And shit, we just booked it for the doors after that, man. I can't explain what that was. I can't say that was aliens, but I can say that was not human. It was not human. And they, online, I don't know if they're trying to cover this stuff up, but they saying that it was police officers and somebody, not shadowy figures. It's 2024, man. It's something going on. There's something going on, and they trying to cover it up. A lot of people saw what I saw, and like I say, it was so much chaos ensued that it was just hard to let that sink in, that we was realizing what we looking at. I mean, it's something you can never even create in your head in a dream. I'm putting this out there though, man, because I want people to know that this stuff is real. Get this out and spread this. And if you were a person that was there and you saw what I saw, please put this video out, because they trying to cover this stuff up, man. They don't want us to tell the truth. And I got a good feeling this video will be taken down. So don't listen to the media. This shit is real. And whatever it is, they do not want people to know about it.
And funnily enough, the video was subsequently taken down. Not by the media, not by any government official, but by him himself, because apparently he was trolling. Supposedly, a lot of people thought that was just a bit of a front, that, he was forced to take it down. But either way, the terminology used within the video is very, very telling once again. But then we look again at King Sosa's an original testimony. He's made a lot of videos recently about it, but looking into this one, the terminology used is so telling. And using the information that we now know, if you listen to it with fresh ears, there's a lot more to be taken away from it.
Man, what's up, y'all? I'm here to set the record straight, man. Like, I literally have been getting interrogated by the Miami Police Department for days, my dude. Look at me. It is really aliens. It's really aliens. And I cannot believe that the Miami Police Department is really gonna try to make it seem like they had all those police cars and stuff out there over some kids fighting, y'all. We talking about 3 and 4 blocks. We get in it. They asked us what we saw. It was me, 2 of my cousins, and 1 of my homegirls. All 3 of us being basically locked the fuck up. I ain't trying to get in trouble or nothing like that, but I'm just telling y'all, man. This shit is so real, man. Like, everybody saw it. There will be more reports coming out. There will be more reports coming out on this, man. But I just want to go on record and speak my truth. You know, they asked us not to speak about it. Any blog site, any news site, anybody who wants to talk to me, please get in my DM, man. Because that's the only way I would tell my whole truth. But I just want to let y'all know, man, aliens are real. It was 3 of them. And we couldn't believe it. Y'all like this video, get this video trending, and I'll post my own cell phone footage. They tried to actually take my cell phone footage. You know what I'm saying? I showed them that, thinking that I'm helping the world. They trying to delete it. But once you delete something on your phone, they have recently deleted, and you have to put your password in. I wasn't willing to give them that. So, man, y'all get this video to where it need to be, and I'm gonna go crazy.
So, there you go. Again, another testimony from another supposed witness of the Miami Mall aliens, kind of giving the same kind of descriptions where, you know, fading in and out of reality, kind of there but not there at the same time. And, you know, that was across the board. Everybody said the same thing. So, with all of that said, I then hand it over to you guys. What is your thoughts and opinions on this idea that the recent, I'm not just talking about Miami Mall, I'm talking about all recent UFO and alien sightings, could be Project Bluebeam? Do you believe that Project Bluebeam is to blame? Do you believe that this is all planned and, you know, it was just a test to see how people would react to these situations? Or do you think it was genuine aliens? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this, because truly, it boggles my mind. Like, I saw it so much in my comment section, and I thought, I don't know, I'm not convinced, you know, like, I don't even know what Project Bluebeam is. But then after looking into it, I was like, oh. And then re-listening to these witness testimonies, I was like, could be something here. But, like I say, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. And while you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you are new, and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed. I cannot wait to see you in the next one, and I will spook to you later. Peace.